So I let a member come to my house and trade my account. I'm not making this up. How did it all go? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. I realize the intro may sound a little odd, but it is odd. I mean, to stop and think that I met some guy in an internet chat room and then he's now my friend to the point where, I've gone to where he lives and he's come to my house and stayed a couple different occasions. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I guess that just shows why it still shocks me every day how the community that we have, at claytrader.com just surprises me every day, because I would be an ultimate liar if I said when I started all this a few years ago that, yeah, I'm going to meet people to the point of inviting them to my house. But that's what happened. And this happened as of the recording of this video a few days ago. And Nate Wilson is the name of the person that came and stayed at my house and then traded my account. And a little context of him. This is somebody that's been around the community for a long time. Down below, you can see the multiple times they've been on the Stock Trading Reality podcast, including our first ever live podcast. So you can, again, click on those links down below. And on the live podcast, we actually talk about the trading that was done that we're going to be talking about in this video. So if you want to check out those links down below, like I said, all those podcasts are there. On top of that, I did another article on Nate where I talk about, the title of the article is, 64 days, only 2 losing days. Is this possible? And yeah, it's possible. And Nate showed a bunch of screenshots and proof. Again, the article to that is down below, and you can click on that and see screenshots where, yeah, Nate is a very consistent trader. He has taken my program, he's taken my courses. So I bring that up just because, this was not some sort of, hey, let's just see what happens. No, this was, I trusted him. He's shown that he can trade. Like I said, he's been through my program. So I let him trade. And you can see a picture right now on the screen of him at my desk trading. And, I was standing close by, but I never touched the keys. I can't sit here and tell you that I didn't throw any suggestions his way, because that's going to be the main point of the video. But yeah, it turned out well, and he ultimately made $350, as you can see here on the screen. A good solid day. And after that, not after that, but after commissions and such were taken out, you can see on the screen right now that it ultimately turned out to be like $341 when the fees and commissions and such were taken away. So I guess in a way it's pretty cool. I guess I could use this as a plug for, hey, so buy my courses. I truly believe in them because I let somebody trade my account, but I'm not going to go that route. I want to talk about what I noticed and what was pretty cool. And it all revolves around strategy. Is there one sort of strategy that fits all? Now, Nate and I trade very similar, but even with that, there are differences. So the main way I want to illustrate this is just a strategy up here. And a lot of people out there are going to say, hey, come trade my strategy. It seems like the most popular one out there on YouTube and around is, hey, my strategy is shorting penny stocks. Short penny stocks, you're going to make a whole lot of money. And okay, that could work, but it's not going to work for everybody because of personal risk tolerances. I've done many videos on this in the past, but there truly is not one size fits all trading strategy. It all boils back to, hey, how do you want to have fun? Some people might say, I want to go skydiving. Other people might say, hey, I want to sit next to the fire and read a book. Neither of those is wrong in terms of fun. They're just different in terms of risk tolerance level. So that's why at the core, at the top of the kind of foundation here, I mean, there's all sorts of different strategies, that you could do, because all this is based off of your risk tolerance. That's what's going to determine what sort of broad strategy you want to use. But as I already alluded to, Nate and I, we have a very similar strategy. So we'll just say that this was kind of the strategy that Nate and I use. But what I noticed as I watched him trade, and I told him, like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but it's amazing. I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and I was throwing things at his way. So when he would have an order at, let's just say, 30 cents, I think one stock was like 74.30. I was sitting here saying, no. You got to do 74.40. Now you're saying, well, okay, that's a 10 cents difference. But that's what really kind of just dawned on me is, wow, even within a strategy itself, so after you get past, the upper layer of strategy, people that trade very similar, even within that, there is, once again, risk tolerance that is coming into play. because where I would have felt comfortable at 74.40, props to Nate, he didn't listen to me. He just kept his order at 74.30. And in each situation, he was actually right. So he made more money than I would have. Now, we would have both been right. We'd have both made money. But because of our difference in risk tolerance, he actually made more money than I would have on the trade. And it was amazing to see a 10-cent difference. But all right, wow, that is interesting how everything is shaping up. And then all of a sudden you get these differences. Other times it was neat to see something would be going up. And as the morning went on, I got better at keeping my mouth shut. But I would take mental notes. All right, here's a play. I would put my order in right there. And again, Nate would put his order in, 15 cents difference than mine. Sometimes 10 cents different than mine. Same strategy, but just different order prices. Hopefully you're kind of getting all about risk tolerance. So the big point here is I'm not sitting here proclaiming I have the strategy for you. It's going to be what Nate and I use. I can't say that. That would be disingenuous on my part because maybe you just don't fit our risk tolerance. Maybe you have to, go on a branch somewhere over here. Maybe your branch is options. I don't know. Maybe your branch is Forex. So I can't sit here and say that I have the strategy for you, but what I do have and what all my educational programs are based around is a tool. And the tool that we use is charts. When you have charts, you can start to branch into all these different things. But key, and I know I'm beating the dead horse, but please don't look at somebody and say, hey, I have the system, I have a strategy for you. It's fill in the blank. Just follow my steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to make money. That's not how the market works. Because, even if watching Nate trade, it was like, wow, we trade the same, but we still don't trade the same. So for somebody that's trying to, force, this, and this down your throat, that's not going to happen. It's not going to work because we all have our little nooks and crannies that we have to figure out. Now, of course, having a broad tool such as charts, that's going to make the job easier. But to just simply blindly follow somebody because they're sending you a text alert or because they're telling you to buy or sell here, for most people, they just have to experience it in order to understand what I mean by that. But if you have experience, then you already know exactly what I mean. So point here being, learn a tool and then use that tool to build a strategy that fits your risk tolerance. Don't try to just blindly follow somebody else because even if you are trading similar to somebody else, there's still going to be these little differences all over the place that you're going to need to figure out on your own. And that's the important part. That's the key part about achieving trading consistency. And click those links down below for Nate. You'll see he's been doing a fantastic job. He continues to do a fantastic job. And as I was giving him a hard time, he made me $350, and I'm not complaining about that one bit. So get out there, learn a tool, and then figure out all the nooks and crannies that fit your personal risk tolerance.